Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close up the face of the lion. We're gonna do this by going into the back loop and working our way in a circle, going from stitch to stitch. So you wanna make sure the head is fully stuffed. It doesn't need to be overstuffed, but you wanna make sure it's stuffed pretty firm so that way the head will keep its shape. And I'm gonna keep doing this and going all the way around until this space here is closed. Okay, and then I'm gonna work my needle through and I'm gonna just get this yarn pulled back through the back of the head. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the snout added on to the lion's face. I'm gonna do this by taking a daring needle and threading it through black yarn, the same weight as the one of your head. You can see here, this is about 24 inches, maybe a little bit longer, which is more than enough for what you need here. So I'm gonna start by taking my daring needle and going in to this last full row here of the snout. And in doing this, I'm gonna wanna leave a pretty long tail on the end because we're gonna use this to go back through the head to tie it off. So I'm gonna pull that till about there. And I'm going to almost whip stitch my way back through. Make sure you don't get that yarn pulled up through. Okay, so you can see here, this is gonna be the width of my snout. Now I'm just gonna work my way up and down to make the snout the size and the shape that I'm looking for. I typically go through maybe 5 or 6 times, kind of depending. You can see there it's looking a little more like a snout. Sometimes I'll kind of mess around with where that yarn is going into. Okay. So that looks pretty good, I think, for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get it tied off. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go back through one more time. I'm gonna go down right underneath here, and I'm gonna start to push this through the back of the head. Again, you wanna be careful on the front of the face. Make sure I'm keeping that shape. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my daring needle out of that, and now I'm gonna thread it back through this other yarn tail here. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna complete the shape of the snout that I'm looking for. And I'm gonna go in back through that same stitch that I came out with the other piece. Again, checking this on the front as you're pulling it through to make sure you're getting the size and shape that you want. Once I have both of these yarn tails coming out of the same stitch, I'm gonna tie a knot here. We're gonna be pushing this back through the head, but this is gonna help that nose stay in place. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my needle and I'm gonna thread both pieces of my yarn tails through. I'm gonna even up the length of these. And I'm gonna go right back through that same stitch and get these pushed through the head. Okay. We're gonna get these cut. Okay, and when you're done with the snout, it should look like this.